Hi friends, today I am giving a lecture on Python program for finding the factorial of a given number using a recursion. In the previous video, we are already discussed about Python program for finding the factorial of a given number without recursion. But in this video, we have to discuss about factorial of a given number with recursion. Okay. First, I am writing the output first. So from the output, we have to write the program. Okay. After that, we have to trace the program. So output is enter the given number. Enter the given number. So I am entering the given number is 5. Okay. Next one, output is factorial of a given number is 120. Okay. How we are getting the factorial of a given number 5 is 120. Okay. So I have to calculate the factorial of 5. Okay. So here fact of n. That means we have to find out the factorial of n by using a function called fact. Okay. So it is equivalent to n into fact of n minus 1. Okay. So that means suppose I am substituting n is equal to 5. I have to calculate the factorial of a given number is 5. That means n is equal to 5. So now after substituting n value 5, so it becomes fact of 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay. Again fact of n is there. Okay. It can be converted into this form, that is equal to 5 into n value is 4, 4 into fact of n minus 1, n minus 1 is 3. Okay. Again it is similar to fact of n. Now it can be written as 5 into 4 into n value is 3, 3 into fact of n minus 1, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. Next one. Again it is similar to fact of n. So now 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into fact of n minus 1 means fact of 2 minus 1, that is 1. So fact of 1 value is 1. So that it becomes 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is equal to 120. Okay. Here we are getting 120. How we are getting 120? By using the recursion is, this is the formula we have to use. Fact of n is equal to n into fact of n minus 1. So this is the recursive formula for finding out the factorial of a given number. Okay. Now here fact of 1 value is equal to 1. Okay. Now we go for program. Okay. So here first we have to define a function. So def fact of int n, put colon. Okay. Here if n is equal to 1 colon return n. Okay. Else colon return n into fact of n minus 1. Okay, so this is the recursive formula. Fact of n is nothing but n into fact of n minus 1. Okay, so this is the function definition. Function definition. Okay, so now here n is equal to int of input of enter the given number. Okay, next, if n less than 0, okay, if n less than 0, print factorial does not exist. Factorial does not exist. Okay, next, else if, that is nothing but elif n equal to 0. Okay, print factorial of 0 is 1. Okay, next one, else print factorial of a given number is fact of n. Okay, so this is the program. Okay, so in this program, okay, so this is the main program. So this is the main program. Main program, and this is the function definition. Okay, and this is the function calling. Function calling, that is nothing but calling function. Okay, and this is also a function definition or a called function. Called function. Okay, so now we have to trace our program. Okay, so this is the up to this, now this is the main program. In that main program we are calling a function called fact of n. Okay, whenever a function is called, then the control goes to calling function to called function. This is called the called function or a function definition. Okay, once we are calculating the value in the called function, then again control goes to the main function. Control goes to the calling function in the main program. Okay, now in this way the control transfer from main program to subprogram, that means calling function to called function. After execution can be done in the called function, again the control transfer from called function to calling function. Okay, so this is the recursive program or a function function program can be done. Okay, next, how we are tracing that program? So program execution can start from main function. So that is main program. Here the main program starting from this statement to this statement. Okay, first here n is equal to int of input of enter the given number. First step, enter the given number. Enter the given number. Enter the given number. That is 5. Enter the given number. This 5 value can be taken by the input function, input of 5. This input function can read the value that are entered by the user or a programmer. Then it returns the string of 5. This string of 5 can be taken by the int function. This int function can returns the integer value 5. Okay, now this integer value can be assigned to the variable n. So that is n is equal to 5. Okay, what is the processing that can be done in the first line in the main program is this one. Okay, next, after completing the first step in the main program, then we go for next statement, if n less than 0. Okay, so next statement, if 5 less than 0. 5 less than 0 is false. Okay, if the condition is false, again goes to the else if. This is elif is nothing but else plus if. That can be written as elif. Elif statement, here elif 5 equal to 0. 5 is equal to 0. So this is also false. Okay. So here this condition is false. The control goes to the else if. This condition is also false. Again the control goes to else. Okay. In the else, what is there? Here this is the colon. Colon is compulsory. Okay. Go to the else block. Else. In the else block, what is there? Factorial of a given number is fact of n. So here we are calling a function called fact of n. Okay. So whenever the calling function is called in the main program, the control can be transferred from this place to this place. This is the calling function. Whenever a function is called in the main function, okay, main program, the control can be transferred from calling function to called function. Okay, so now we go for called function. So def fact of int n. So int n. Here n value we are entering from the keyboard is 5. So that is equal to fact of 5. So this 5 value can be passed to here n. Okay. So this parameter is called as actual parameter. Here this parameter is called as formal parameter. Okay. So actual parameter and formal parameter should be the same in the data type. Okay. So here n value is integer, here integer, and here n value is also integer. Next, here the actual parameter and formal parameter has the same variable or a different variable. There is no problem at all. I am using the same variable. There is no problem at all. Okay, so here n value we are entering is 5. Fact of 5 can be called the control transferred from calling function to called function. Here this is the called function def fact of int n. So here n value is equal to 5. The value 5 can be copied into the variable n. This is the formal parameter n. Okay, next go to the statement. Okay, if n value is 5, 5 equal to 1. 5 equal to 1, that is condition is true. Okay, if the condition 5 equal to 1, sorry, so this is false. 5 is equal to 1, that is false. Again the control goes to else block, because here the condition is false. 5 equal to 1. This condition is false. Again the control goes to the else block. Here in the else block, here return n into fact of n minus 1. n into fact of n minus 1. Here what is n value? 5. 5 into fact of 5 minus 1. Okay, so that means 5 into fact of 4. Okay, so here the same fact function is called. Okay, so here recursion means, okay, whatever the function is there, that is fact. The same function is also called in the definition. So that is called as recursion. Here function name is fact. Here also function name is fact. The function called by itself is called as recursion. Okay, here so first time fact function is called, again the same fact function is called. Okay, so now after completing this iteration, so n value becomes 4. Okay, again the control goes to this one. Okay, next here def fact of 4 is called. Def fact of 4. Initially def fact of 5. So it becomes def fact of 5 is called. Okay, now it becomes, after completing this iteration, again it calls def fact of 4. Okay, now this condition is true. The control goes to the definition if 4 equal to 1. So 4 equal to 1, that is false. Okay, go to the else block. So else return n into fact of n minus 1. n into fact of n minus 1. So n value is 4. 4 into fact of n minus 1, that is n minus 1. 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay, so now, so after completing this iteration, again the recursive call can be done. Okay, so now the same function is called. Okay, now def fact of 3 is called. Def fact of 3. So now go to the statement. If n equal to 1, 3 equal to 1, so that is false. Okay, so then go to the else block. Else return n into fact of n minus 1. N value is 3. So 3 into fact of n minus 1 is fact of 2. 3 into fact of 2 is called. Okay, next one. Okay, after that def n value is 2. Okay, def fact of 2 is called. def fact of 2 is called. So that means if 2 equal to 1, 2 equal to 1, that is false. Okay, else return n into fact of n minus 1. N value is 2. 2 into fact of n minus 1. N minus 1 is 1. Okay, here fact of 1 value is n is equal to 1. That is fact of 1 is nothing but 1. Okay, so now this becomes now 2 into fact of 1. Now here n value is equal to 1. Def, again the control goes to called function. Def fact of n value here is 1. Def fact of 1. Now if n is equal to 1, that means 1 equal to 1. That is true. If the condition is true, return n. N value is 1. So return 1. Okay. So return 1 means fact of 1 is equal to 1. Okay. After getting fact of 1 is equal to 1, now calculating fact of 2. Fact of 2 is equal to 2 into fact of 1. 2 into fact of 1 value is 1. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. Next, after getting fact of 2, then we go for fact of 3. So fact of 3 is equal to 3 into fact of 2. So 3 into fact of 2, here fact of 2 value is 2. 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. After calculating fact of 3, then we go for fact of 4. 4 into fact of 3. 4 into fact of 3 value is here 6. 4 into 6, that is equal to 24. After calculating fact of 4, then we go for fact of 5. Fact of 5 is 5 into fact of 4. 5 into fact of 4 value 24. 5 into 24 is equal to 120. Here the same approach we have to follow. So 5 into fact of 4 here. Next one, 5 into 4 into fact of 3. 4 into fact of 3. Next one, 3 into fact of 2. Next one, 2 into fact of 1. Okay, next one, here fact of 1 value is equal to 1. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. So after fact of 2 is calculated, so 5 into 4 into 3 into 2. Next fact of 3 is calculated. Next fact of 4 is calculated. Finally, we are calculating the fact of 5 in this way. Okay, so this is the recursive program for finding the factorial of a given number. Okay, so after getting the value here, so 120 we are getting, again the control goes from called function to calling function. Here calling function is fact of n, so that is fact of 5. The fact of 5 value is printed. So what is the value?